Jury determining Richard Rojas was not responsible for plowing his car into a crowd in Times Square back in 2017. The reason? Mental illness.
The defense argued Rojas was so sick he had no idea what he was doing. The crash killed an 18-year-old tourist and hurt more than 20 others.
Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live in Lower Manhattan with our lead story tonight. NJ.
All right, Bill, not responsible by reason of mental disease or defect. It is commonly referred to as the insanity defense. It is rarely used, Bill, and is almost never successful. But yes, the verdict in this case coming some 5 years after that horrific crash in Times Square. Video in that case was crucial to the defense. His attorneys insisted from the very beginning that Richard Rojas had no idea what he was thinking, no idea what he was doing when he lost his mind behind the wheel. It was May of 2017 when he drove his car headlong into a crowd of tourists in Times Square. Some of the surveillance video was too graphic to show on television as victims were tossed into the air. 20 people were injured, and 18-year-old Alyssa Ellsman of Michigan was killed. But the video showed something else. Rojas in the throes of an acute psychiatric episode. This afternoon, a jury found him not responsible by reason of mental disease or defect. Tonight, defense attorneys tell me the video was crucial.
Very often, you don't see what a person looks like when they're having a psychotic episode. Oftentimes, it's from descriptions from others who've seen it, but not a first-hand account. He just ran over people in the middle of Times Square. And yet that video demonstrated, I think, that he had no appreciation of what just had occurred.
He was banging his head on the pavement.
Correct. The video showed that.
His legal team used expert testimony to establish Rojas' psychiatric history. Picking jurors who understood the psychiatric defense played a major role.
That's a central issue in my jury selection. You have to address that. If you don't, you're going to get yourself a handful of jurors that are going to think, let's just punish this guy because he did a horrific act.
We are grateful to the jury for its service, said the Manhattan DA. Our condolences continue to be with the family, friends, and loved ones of Alyssa Ellsman, who suffered a terrible and tragic loss, and all of the victims of this horrific incident. Experts say a psychiatric defense is rarely successful.
It's incredibly hard to pull something like this off if it really isn't true. And so there is some solace, I suppose, to be found in that.
Are you surprised?
Honestly, a little. But I think, with the hard work we put in, I think I'm not surprised.
But mostly surprised. So what does it mean? It means that Rojas will be committed to a psychiatric institution for an indeterminate period of time. He will be constantly evaluated. It could be years. It could even be the rest of his life.